What in the Vincent Van Gogh is this? Is it a painting? Is it a toast? It's both. And it actually looks like she lays down a piece of French toast before she starts painting. I'm gonna start with an egg, add a little bit of brown sugar, cinnamon, milk, whisk it all up. I'll dip our bread, let it soak for a couple minutes using the thickest toast I could find. And then we're gonna cook it in a pan with some butter. That was perfect. So now I get to mix my paint colors. People really wanted to know what she used to paint, and she said, cream cheese. So I think she used natural ingredients to pigment her cream cheese. We're gonna use blue spirulina for the blue. Her sky looks a little streaky, so I'm gonna stop right there. And then we're just gonna paint on the top half of our bread. I kind of like the mix of the streaky light and dark. Next, she adds a layer of green. So we're gonna use matcha. I think we could use more matcha. Well, let's use the rest for a drink later. Okay, we're gonna draw a hillside down and then come back with the side of grass. Mir, does my hillside not look as vibrant green as hers? Let's just get the green on there first. There seems to be some texture on the grass. So now I'm gonna take my brush and separate the texture. Oh, that actually was so good. A little bit more powder. Happy little textures. Yeah. I am not mad at this so far. That actually looks so good. Rose said, order for Bob Ross, and I'm really channeling my inner Bob Ross here. Oh, this is where it gets a little hard. She starts adding little purple flowers in the fields with a chopstick. I have this blue matcha that's actually purple. Hopefully it's the right purple. To keep things natural, I have some natural food coloring. And this one is made of beet juice, purple thick. We're gonna take the end of a chopstick and just swirl the purple on. Sloppy Christmas trees. It's kind of hard with this chopstick. Let me try this thinner edge. One right here. Okay, this is hard because it's not coming off. And then she goes back and spins it with another lighter variation of that same color. So I have to add more red and make it more pink. Okay, I'm gonna use a toothpick. That's so cute. Now we go back in, oh gosh, with white flowers. This could be hard, this could be easy, we'll find out. It's like the cream cheese doesn't want to get off the chopstick. Now I gotta dot it with some yellows. Dot it in the middle. Oh, it looks more green. Then she goes back in with some white paint to draw happy little clouds. Oh yeah. And while we're at it, she paints some into her cup too. It's just straight up cream cheese. I feel like that's so wrong. How does she start with already purple? She pours the milk in and then it turns blue. So I have the blue matcha or the butterfly pea thing. I need to make it purple. Okay, this is the color she adds to it. When you add lemon to this blue matcha, it turns purple. Add some ice. Okay, now she pours in some milk, and by some voodoo magic, it turns back to blue. Oh. What? Whoa. People in the comments are all saying adorable, but I highly doubt any of it tastes good. I mean, it's definitely a work of art. I'm really curious about the drink. Interesting. Someone else said, immediate need to live in a cottage with cats and make decorative bread. Same girl, same. This will make any morning happier. It tastes pretty good because the French toast was already kind of sweet. It just tastes like a sweet cheese bread. I now want to make toast like this every morning, and I think that would be the perfect start to your day. 9 out of 10. Who said you can't play with food? Keep watching because I have 5 more food art recipes that are only gonna get more and more challenging. The best thing about this next one is the reveal that this magician of an artist puts together. So I'm just gonna get right on into it. And this artist uses tweezers to paint his canvas. But he starts by laying down some spinach leaves. Those leaves look rather short, so let me do some trimming. First layer, done. Already so easy. Second layer, he adds like carrot shavings or ribbons right on top. I'm gonna go ahead and clean my carrot up and just make some ribbons. That was actually good practice for me because now it looks like I need really thin ones because they look kind of bendy. Oh yeah. It's nice that the carrot just kind of curves as I'm shaving it down. It gives me a little bit of flexibility to work with. Now we just kind of scrunch it all up. Honestly, I find it easier just use my hands. Making kind of like a skirt shape where it kind of flares out. But there's some twisty pieces, curvy pieces. Now I add strands of these little enoki mushrooms that kind of look like sea creatures. The little bulbous parts face downwards, and it doesn't look like he has too many strands. They're just kind of like fanned out. But we have some long and short pieces that just kind of sticks out. It's challenging to get them to lie down on top of the carrots though. Oh, that actually looks so good. Okay, next step. At first I thought they were like little egg strands, but I think they might be noodles based on reading the comments. Which, have you guys figured out what this reveal is gonna be yet? The strands look pretty straight, so I have to kind of line them up in a very uniform manner because we want straight hair, not wavy or curly hair. But let me go ahead and give it a little haircut, a bang trim if you will, and just lay it right over the enoki mushroom, kind of fan it out like a Christmas tree. This next move will definitely give it away because now he lays down 2 egg pieces, one slightly smaller than the other. So I'm gonna have to cut my hard-boiled egg in half asymmetrically. Now he takes a red piece of bell pepper and it looks like it's an interesting shape. So I'm gonna cut it in half, just the tip. Okay. Lines it right beneath the egg, and it doesn't have to be perfect because he then adds something blue right on top. That had everyone in the comments wondering, what is that blue part? And one good Samaritan said, red onion. When they're cooked with acid, their color intensifies. They turn a startling bluish green color. Google it. Someone else followed up to clarify. It means you add lemon or other citric acid. LOL. So I went ahead and did that. It did turn a more intense purple. And then I got to thinking, what other purple vegetable can I make bluish green? And I remembered red cabbage has turned my soup blue before, so maybe that would work. But unfortunately, soaking it in lemon juice and even vinegar turns it into a more intensely beautiful purple like the red onion. So I don't have a solution for the blue. We're just gonna have to go with the purple. This one lines the bottom. And now we need another bell pepper. I'm gonna have to freehand this. Ah, that actually looks pretty good. Oh my gosh. Proud of myself right now. Any guesses? Put it right there. Since I already have some purple cabbage, let's just use it. Now I have to do some little carvings. They got a little line. Wait, is that a sesame seed? And last piece, his tongue. I mean, it's pretty amateur work, but hey, you see the vision. Someone said the way I screeched when I realized it was hey. And last step, we add some hot soup. This is a chicken noodle soup minus the chicken. He's cooked. But I'm just gonna get a little bit of everything of hey. Sorry, hey. That was a healthy bird and way too pretty to eat. I'm gonna give this hey food art a 9 out of 10. Who needs flowers when you can have a whole bouquet of eggs? These days, nothing attracts a girl more than a guy that can afford eggs. So we're actually gonna turn these into a bouquet. And we want them to be nice and hard, so I'm gonna fill this cup with water up to here, and we'll just make half a dozen hard-boiled eggs. That should take around 9 minutes. Unfortunately, you have some cracked eggs. But now I need to quickly dunk them into an ice water bath so that they can cool down, and then we can peel and arrange our bouquet. But steaming the eggs helps the shell just slide right off. Exceptional. I can go on all day with the egg puns. Extraordinary. I'll save the rest for later. Okay, now that the eggs are all peeled, it looks like we get into carving. So I'm thinking we're gonna carve the skinny portion, but to make it really look like a tulip, there's like an X pattern on top that she starts with, and then we dig into the sides a little bit. Oh, I'm scared. Oh, there you go. My egg yolk is all the way at the bottom, so am I doing it the wrong way? Okay, maybe we just need to do a deeper cut. It's already not turning out good, guys. Nope. We definitely need to go from the bottom. I already messed up my first egg. Okay, now we get a little yolk reveal. I have to do the same thing to the other side, except she goes deep into the sides to reveal the beautiful yellow yolk. I think once we get the hang of this, it'll become easier. And here's my tulip. Doesn't look great, but we're not done yet. I'm gonna finish these. We'll save